Oh hey, welcome back. Let's make smash burger sliders. In the training and therapy work I've done with couples, one of the most interesting things I've learned about problems with intimacy is that men are often more cultured to view asking for a hug or to cuddle when they're feeling low, sad, or disconnected as not an option, because it might be seen as weak or feel weak. And sometimes the only thing he knows how to ask for that need for connection to be met is to ask for or make a move for sex. I'd like to expand the view of intimacy to include being more than just sex by talking about the intimacy tree. And maybe you already believe intimacy is more than just sex, but I think our language can shape our inherent beliefs, and things like, quote, they were intimate, quote, unquote, typically means they had sex, which speaks to our cultural understanding of intimacy leaning that way. The intimacy tree is an image or metaphor I might use to expand the view of intimacy and give a framework for how to pursue deeper levels of intimacy. It works like this. Imagine a fruit tree. This is the intimacy tree, and on the tree there would be 5 main branches. And these branches might be represented by sexual intimacy, emotional intimacy, physical, non-sexual intimacy, spiritual intimacy, and experiential intimacy. All branches on the intimacy tree attempt to grow closeness and connection. That is the fruit of the relationship. So sexual intimacy should include a sense of emotional closeness, the ability to share what feels good and what doesn't, but also the ability to lean into feeling connected through the sexual experience. Emotional intimacy might refer to being able to share what you are feeling with an expectation of a positive response, at least most of the time. The ability to share thoughts and feelings in a way that brings connection. A physical but non-sexual intimacy is again the ability to utilize physical touch for closeness and connection. This could look like a back rub, cuddling, a loving pat on the butt throughout the day, or anything that involves touch that allows the both of you to increase connection. Spiritual intimacy can refer to any spiritual belief system or existential philosophical beliefs. But again, can we share beliefs, doubts, fears, hopes, and expect a positive or validating response? Spiritual intimacy may also come with expectations depending on your belief system. For example, some might see closeness and connection through spirituality as needing to involve shared spiritual or religious practices, going to services together, praying together, or doing volunteer work together. Communicating expectations and desires of spiritual closeness can be helpful. And lastly, experiential intimacy refers to closeness and connection that might come through experiences together. And these can be big, like an extravagant vacation, but it can also be small experiences in the day-to-day, talking together, going to the grocery store together, walking around the block. Research suggests positive, close relationships have at least a 5-to-1 ratio of positive interactions to negative interactions. So closeness can come through positive interactions. Going back to our tree metaphor, if you imagine the fruit of the intimacy tree as the closeness or fruit of the relationship, a tree with, say, 2 small branches might bear a few pieces of fruit, whereas a tree with 5 strong branches has more likelihood of bearing more fruit. My challenge would be to evaluate your relationship for each branch, say on a scale of 1 to 10. This might give a path forward to improving your level of closeness, connection, or overall sense of felt intimacy, as you can focus your efforts to the branch that might need the most attention. And if you're a male struggling, wanting more sex than your wife, I would challenge you to lean into these other areas of intimacy to get those needs met, and try asking for a hug or a cuddle. And if you're a female struggling with your husband wanting more sex, I would again challenge you to try to reframe the way you're understanding his ask as a need for connection. If you feel comfortable sharing, let me know in the comments what branch you would like to focus on, and if you have any ideas or questions about ideas for improving intimacy in that way. In my next video, I'll be talking about communication problems, and especially a few of the hang-ups you might encounter in relationships. So if that's something you're interested in, or if this one resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.